Wealth Creation Formula by Grant Cardone is one of the favorite courses I have ever bought. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the wealth creation formula and how you can implement it in your life. And by the way, there's like 9 things you should know in that circle of wealth creation formula. The first one is creating the income. The second one is increasing that income. Third one is saving money. The fourth one is investing. The fifth one is creating multiple flows of income. The sixth one is increasing those income. The seventh one is saving again. The eighth one is investing again. And the ninth is increasing the number of income flows. And then you start again and you go in a circle and go and go and go. So I'm only going to talk about the first 4, maybe 5. And if you want to hear more, you can go and buy that course. I feel like that would be fair towards you and towards Grant Cardone, so I don't, tell all his secret on this video. So the first one is create an income. And by the way, when it comes to this course, why I love it so much, it's not about what I learned. Even though it's crazy valuable, but the most important thing is that it changed the way I think. And that is why it's worth so much. Not because what I learned, but because it changed the way I think. So the first one is create the income. And that means just get a job. And that's not that simple. It's also make sure you don't lose that job. So it doesn't matter what's your job, doesn't matter what's position, doesn't matter if it's online, if it's offline, whatever. Your job is to get a job and make sure you don't lose it. The second thing is increase income. So most people, including me, thought, well, increasing income just means getting a promotion, getting a raise. It's not true. It's not true. It doesn't have to be just that. Income isn't just money, which I thought it was, but it's not. Income could be knowledge. Income could be, people or some other stuff. So maybe in that job, that position you are, try to learn more. Try to meet new people. Put yourself in position where you can increase the money you make, increase the people you meet, increase the knowledge you get, access, freedom. Like all those are income as well. Then the third one is save. So funny thing about America, since this is all based on America, I'm gonna talk about that. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck and spend more than 90% of their income before taxes. So that's why government is smart, and then they tax you first. So basically that means they spend more than they make, since taxes are of course more than 10% of the income. So they spend more than they make. No wonder they are broke. And I have the breakdown here if you care about that. Let me just make sure. Okay. But they spend a lot of money. No matter how much they make, they just increase how much they spend. So that's why the third one, save, is important. And then you ask yourself, well, how much should I save? Where should I save? How long should I save? And he says that unless you can save 40% of your income, you either need to increase how much you make or decrease how much you spend. Doesn't matter which one, but most likely both. So basically, how do you define, what you need and what you don't need? Well, I'm going to get an apartment right now, literally going to get one. And if I get a one bedroom apartment, that is okay. If I get a 3-bedroom apartment, that is a luxury. So see, and the 3-bedroom apartment of course costs more. So no wonder I cannot, yes, I would be able to afford that apartment, but I would never be able to save money. So I, take the smaller apartment. I'm going to have to buy myself a car. Buying myself, an, I don't know, an old car that can just drive me, or used car is necessity. You have to be able to move. That's like, let's call it an investment. But getting myself, I don't know, a fancy new car that costs, I don't know, $30,000, well, that's luxury. I don't need that one, and no wonder I cannot, pay for my rent, because, well, first the rent is huge, then the car payments are huge, and then that's a problem. So that's why he recommends every month you look at or every week or every day, depending on how much you spend, you look at what you spend on, and then you mark it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 or 2 are what you had to buy. Those are must. 3 is like, yeah, maybe, probably didn't need that. And the 4th and 5th one is like absolutely not needed. So when you go out, and then instead of, I like Red Label and the whole brand. So if you go out and you order Red Label, okay, that's like $6 per shot. But if you order Blue Label, that's $45 a shot. And then there's like the Black Label is 12 and Gold Label is 18 or 20, depending on where you are. So see how it changes, and depending on how much your income is, you will change which one you buy. And he says, no. Even when your income increases, don't go buying more expensive drinks or not. Well, he doesn't say precisely about drinks, but that was like how I thought about it. So you had the same drink, it just gets more and more and more expensive, and the more money you make, the more expensive drink you buy. And he said, no, keep drinking the same drink. And then the 4th one is investing. So the first investing, you probably noticed that there are 2 investings over here, is in yourself, in those 3 feet. You make money and then you invest it, like I did in this course, or in somebody else, or in the books, or in, when I go to seminars and conferences. That's an investment in myself. I'm making sure the number 1, that I don't lose the job. The number 2, that I get a promotion, that I get the access to more money, more people, more knowledge, because I have to improve my value if I want to earn all of that. And then I'll give you the bonus one, and then I'll stop. Is create multiple flows of income. So in that job, not get the 2nd or the 3rd job. You could, but he's not talking about that. In that job, you should increase the number in income. Of course, I mentioned, like people and knowledge, those are income. But let's also just concentrate on money this time. Is how can you increase flows of income inside one job? So I don't know, what's your position right now, but let's say, imagine a scenario, you are, working in a restaurant. So when you started, your, waiting, your server assistant, your the food runner, the expediter, and that's your job. And then you do that job well to make sure they don't fire you. So that's the number one. The number two increasing income is you get promoted to a server. Number three, you save money, you get paid enough as a server. You keep that, you don't spend that. You don't go out to eat, you buy food and you cook it for yourself. You don't buy expensive drinks, expensive car, expensive apartments. You keep the one you already had. The fourth one, you invest. Then you invest, in how you look, in your car. So you don't, I had a bicycle when I was a server and I had to cycle for 20 minutes. Then when I got to job, I'm all sweaty and stinky. Yeah, nobody wanted to give me money, Or if I wasn't stinky, they would give me more money. So if I have invested in a car, then I wouldn't be stinky, and then I will make more money. I will make more connections, So that's investment, Getting a decent car is investment. Getting the best possible car is luxury. You invest in yourself. You go to gym, you look good, you go to, I went to my barber every second, maybe every third week. And I get a nice haircut and I always look good. I always shave myself. I went to the gym, I got myself good clothes. Those are investment. Why? Because I work with people and I need to look good. I need to look sharp. I need to smell good. I need to, because I'm talking to people. Like, you don't want to talk to ugly, fat, stinky person. You want to talk to good looking, well-mannered, a good person. So that was investment. The fifth one, creating multiple flows of income. So my first income was my hourly wage. My second income was the tips I make. So when I mentioned how I look, how I smell, that's correlated with how much tip I make. And then also I meet other people, and then some of those people connected me to other. So that's also income. People are income because they are valuable. And then I become friends with some of those, not just here and where I work, but also outside work. And then that's valuable, becoming friends with other people. And also I get to talk to them and I get to learn from them. So that's another one, you learn. So what's like my next step? Like, I already have a bunch of incomes out here, but how can I get more? And that's where you need to be creative. First of all, when I heard about that, I was like, yeah, I have one income, I get paid. First of all, that's not true. I have 4 or 5 incomes right from the start. And the second question is, how can I increase that? How can I increase that one? So I had an awesome idea. It's, when you serve them meal, they eat it, they enjoy it. You ask them, hey, do you want, so I give this one for you for free. Like, hey, do you wanna have that for dinner or lunch, depending on when they came to your restaurant? And they say yes, and then you order the same thing, put it into to-go box, then you give it to them. So why is this important? Because in America, that you get paid proportionally to the ticket price, in your tip. So if they wanted to give you 20%, let's say 20%, then no matter how big the tip is, you get 20%. So why not, no matter how big the ticket is, you get 20%. So why not just increase the ticket side so that those 20% increase? If the ticket is $10, then you get 2. If it's 20, then you get 4. If it's 40, then you get $8. So no matter how much you work, you are working over there 8 hours. So if you do this trick with food, then you don't work more, but you get more tips. And when they order drinks, try, that's how good your server, try selling them a more expensive drink. In the short term, you might say, well, doesn't that matter? You know, the well is $6, the next one is $7, so you're like, Timo, it's $1 more. You get proportionally paid depending on that, you know. And by the way, the more expensive drink is better tasting, so they're gonna feel better and give you a bigger tip. So, you know, if you sell them a higher price food, a higher price drink, you give them more food, you give them this, you give them that, they're gonna give you a bigger tip, so you're gonna make more money even though you spend the same amount of time working your job. And then the fun starts on the inside of the cycle. But for that, you go to grantcardone.com/money or whatever the site is. Like, I don't get paid to promote him, and you buy this course. It's wealth creation formula. It's awesome. It's even better than what I described in this video. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye bye.